Good Friday morning, everybody. My name is Crystal Holloman, a digital anchor here at News 10, joined by First Alert Meteorologist and Employee of the Month, Colton Cichoracki. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy
Yes.
for you. You guys worked really, really hard a couple weeks ago on I think in 1 week, one work week, we had three First Alert weather
Back
days.
to back to back.
Yeah, it was very, very crazy, and you guys did a very good job.
Yeah, and it was just we kind of have been lucky the spring and the early summer, not much weather was going on, but then all of a sudden flipped the switch and now it's been very busy. And today's another busy day because we're tracking another risk at seeing some strong thunderstorm. It's not a first alert
Okay.
weather day, but it's close.
It's flirting with it.
Yes.
Okay.
So we do have the chance this afternoon into the evening of seeing some strong thunderstorms. Damaging wind gusts, large hail, and heavy rain are really our main concerns with the thunderstorms later on today. This is the latest outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. I want to check here real quick to see. Um, we get a new update around this time every day. Let me see if this is the brand new update. No, the new one's not out yet, but we normally get a new update from the Storm Prediction Center in the 8 o'clock hour. So we should get a new update. I would suspect that we'll probably stay in the marginal risk. Nothing that I've seen suggests that maybe we'll get an upgrade. But either way, we do have the risk of seeing some stronger thunderstorms later today. And it really does look like it's the high winds and large hail being the primary concern. But some heavy rain as well as maybe an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out with this either. So those are the things that we'll be keeping an eye out for later on today. But outside now, this is a live look from MSU Skycam, and you can see just a really nice morning. Temperatures this morning were in the lower 50s in spots. A bit cool to start the day today, but we're warming well up into the 60s now in many communities. But we are seeing a very pleasant day. It's 62 in Mason, 63 in Hillsdale, 56 in St. John. Satellite radar is not showing a whole lot going on, and I don't think it will for the next several hours. So it's probably up until around lunchtime that we'll start to see some changes. Now, what's going to happen today is a warm front's going to come in, and that could bring us a few showers and storms, and then this complex that's back to the west will also move in. But there is a little uncertainty with how many storms we see later on today, given the fact that we'll see some clouds build in here, which tends to limit the amount of instability you get for thunderstorms. So it's not a slam dunk severe weather event for us at all, but it is possible, given some of the ingredients that are in place in the atmosphere, that we could see some stronger storms later on today. And the hour-by-hour forecast shows through lunchtime that we're fine, and then look what happens thereafter. We start to see some of those showers and storms develop with a warm front. This is when we may see some stronger storms around dinner time as they make their way through, and then we may see another round later on towards 10, 11 o'clock or so.
So maybe for like your drive home.
Yes.
Okay.
So you drive home, I do think that there will be some showers and storms around. And some of them could be on the strong side. Then they'll all quickly move out to the east. We'll see a cold front come through tonight, and that is going to push this all away from us, bring in some nice weather, and that nice weather will be sticking around once we head into the weekend. So the weekend itself is looking fantastic. We just have to get through the rain and storm chances of today, and that really is going to be later this afternoon into the evening hours is when we're going to see that possibility, because this is what we're working towards.
Ooh.
Any remaining shower will end early tomorrow, and then we will see a nice weather with some sunshine building in during the afternoon, highs in the lower 80s. And then Sunday is a beautiful day, mostly sunny sky with a high temperature near 80. Now, late Sunday into Monday, our next storm system moves in. But, we've been talking about the Perseid meteor shower. Happens in August, right? Its peak is this weekend. And the forecast looks fantastic. Not so much tonight, but I think tomorrow night, if you want to go outside and look for some of the meteors, I think the weather is definitely going to be cooperating, and it should be really nice to do so.
Sometimes Michigan kind of gets the short end of the stick with some of these. Like usually it's a lot of cloud cover for like a certain moon or the meteor shower. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, the conditions are really coming together, and that's the thing that's been different about this particular event is that the moon is not really going to be a huge factor. The brighter the moon is, obviously that can limit the amount of meteors you can see, but the moon is a crescent right now. I saw it this morning. It kind of looks kind of cool. So there's not too much light coming from it.
Okay.
So that's why you should see a darker sky out there, and hopefully means more meteors with the Perseid, because the Perseid is one of the biggest ones we see every single year.
So looks like a pretty good weekend for us. And
the St. John's Mint Festival is going on this weekend as well. Lots of other events. Some county fairs are going on. So the weather should be cooperating. And here is a chance for precip. Now, today it's very high. Tomorrow, just this, early in the day. Sunday does look dry, but then we'll see another system come in on. She's giving me a look. What's the look for?
Because I just looked up the Perseid meteor shower. And I was wondering, like, oh, why is Colton so excited for it?
No, no, no. I know what you're saying because I see it there on the screen. That is not why.
Okay. It's because
I didn't know that either.
it's because it's associated with the comet Swift, as in Taylor. Anyway.
Is it Perseid Taylor's version?
Oh, I'm leaving.
All right, bye-bye.
You're doing the show from now on.
So we have Monday that another system's going to come in with some showers and storms. That'll probably last into early Tuesday, and then we'll dry out for Wednesday next week, and another system will come in on Thursday. So we definitely do have a very active weather pattern. But the 10-day temperature trend kind of tells the story. Our temperatures don't move around too much. Monday, Tuesday is going to be in the 70s because of that system that's going to come in with some rain and storms. But then we warm back up to 80, and then we stay kind of in the upper 70s and lower 80s. So no big warm-ups coming anytime soon. So the warmest temperature I have on there is 83 degrees. We have been keeping an eye on potentially not next week, but the following week of a possible warm up in there. Models are kind of backing off on that now. So we're going to continue with this kind of typical middle August type weather because high of 81, our average high of 81. We'll be very close to that almost every single day, except for when we fall down into the 70s there for Monday and Tuesday, and then again on Friday of next week. But then Friday of next week, that could also be coming with some rain as well.
Right. So that all makes sense. And we're still not really quite out of drought, are we? We get a lot of questions about that.
No.
Why so much rain, but it's technically not enough.
So the drought monitor came in yesterday. It didn't show any changes. We haven't really seen too much rain over the last week or so.
Yeah.
But it has to do with more like long-term deficits when it comes to rainfall, especially with the summer season, because we started off so dry. But the drought, I mean, farmers will tell you this too. A lot of it's gone. You know, we've seen a lot of rain, which has helped. But hopefully we can keep the rain coming so we don't find ourselves getting back into the situation that we had earlier in the spring. But we do have more rain coming, and obviously once we get into the fall season, that typically is a very wet season for us. So we'll be marching our way towards that as well.
All right. Well, you can always, if you're making plans for this weekend, maybe you are going to the St. John's Mint Festival or one of the many fairs going on, you can always make your plans accordingly with the First Alert Weather app.
Yeah, and we were talking about it on the newscast this morning. It's so useful, especially on days like today where it's kind of a split day where you walk outside and see that it's really nice, but knowing that this afternoon may not be so nice, right? So strong storms are possible later today. We'll be posting updates in there all day long. I'll post an update in a little while. When we get the new outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, I'll post a new update in there.
That's what I was just going to say. Once you get the update, you
yeah, and so that's what makes this different than just your traditional app you have on your phone, right? This one, you get videos, you can be much more interactive with it, you can get push notifications. It has everything that you need to be prepared for any type of weather, not only severe weather in the summer season, but also winter weather when we get the snow and ice and all that stuff that's going to return eventually.
And I know it's going to be really hard to see it on my phone here, but when severe weather hits your area, there is a way on your phone for you to submit the photos all the way down here at the bottom, right underneath a contest to win an umbrella, which I don't even have that umbrella. There's a spot where you can submit weather videos and photos right from your phone, because most people are taking these with their phone anyway. So you just go all the way to the bottom, and that's where you can do it.
Yeah, and it's super useful, and that's we always like getting photos in there. Obviously, if you're safe to do so, to take those photos, because it really helps us see. We can see from here what's happening, but you are the one that lives there, right?
Oh, here's some photos, people. I don't know how to zoom in. I can't do that. It's going to take a lot of work for me to zoom in on that. But that's where you can pose. Make sure you tell us where you're at, too. That's the other really big
thing. And the time is also very useful, too. Especially if we pass this information along to the National Weather Service, who also relies on storm reports. A time, location, all that stuff is very useful. And, yeah, you can download or upload those pictures right in the News 10 First Alert Weather app.
All right. Well, here's what we have coming up in a little bit on News 10 today at 11. Yesterday's button wouldn't work. There we go. All right, we have two teens who are appearing in court for a shooting on Kalamazoo Street that led to the death of a 22-year-old man. We're going to be in the courtroom for that. Also, authorities are investigating an overnight structure fire in Jackson. And as we continue to monitor the wildfires in Maui, the death toll in that is still rising. I believe it's up to 55 now when I walked over here. Plus, at 2 o'clock, Taylor Gattoni will be here with more weather updates and a preview of what's coming up on Studio 10, along with our 90 minutes of news.
That's right, and I'll be there on News 10 today at 11 with Taylor, coming up in just a couple of hours.
All right. Well, make sure you join us on our live chat so you can ask questions live. It's the only area station where you can do that. I don't know of any place else where you can right there, real time, talk to a meteorologist about what is going on. You can join us on our Facebook Live and our YouTube Live. We have all of our videos on YouTube, so make sure you check that out as well. And other than that, I'll let Colton get back to checking that update, and we will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.